Joe Biden has officially announced his vice presidential running mate for the upcoming 2020 election, and he has chosen U.S. Senator from California, Kamala Harris, as his VP running mate. And for those who don't know about Kamala Harris, she's 55 years old. She was born in Oakland, California, grew up in Berkeley, California. She went to Howard, or she graduated from Howard University, and then she graduated with her law degree from the University of California, Hastings, and then she passed the bar in 1990. After that, she went on to be the deputy DA for Alameda County, which is Oakland's county, and then she was a DA for San Francisco, and then she was the California Attorney General, and then after being the Attorney General of California, she went on to become the senator, or the U.S. Senator for California, and as of now, she is Joe Biden's running mate. So I was actually a little surprised with Joe Biden's choice. I think that she is, a very moderate candidate. And then I also believe that a lot of her stances are very progressive, which I'm all for. Some of the things that Kamala Harris supports is single-payer healthcare, or Medicare for all. She supports legalizing cannabis federally, or at least taking it off the Schedule I controlled substances list. She also has a very strong record on consumer protection and internet privacy. She went after the banks that were illegally foreclosing on people's homes during the 2008 financial recession. And she also, and this is something that I'm very much in favor of, is she's a very strong advocate for criminal justice reform, because being an African American in this country and seeing our communities, being the victim of the war on drugs, and I have friends who I grew up with who are in and out of jail, and a lot of it is because of their choice, but at the same time, when they try to find jobs, it's very hard for them to do so because they have nonviolent drug offenses, and it makes recidivism very high. And what Kamala Harris did while she was, an attorney general and also deputy DA, was that she created programs that help curb recidivism by, so basically someone would get arrested for something, and then instead of going to jail, they would basically go through a program that will, train them, let's say in vocational programs. It would, help them. It's like a home ec class or something like that. And the recidivism rate in her, and I believe it was like her first program that she created when she was deputy DA, or it was either deputy DA or DA of San Francisco. It lowered the recidivism rate of the 200 graduates from, let's say the average recidivism rate in California was 53%, and the people who graduated from her program, their recidivism rate was 10%, which is pretty darn good. So she's definitely in favor of that, and and then also she opposes the death penalty, which when I was younger, I believe I was in favor of the death penalty, but I spoken with my aunt, and we spoke about the death penalty, and she said that a lot of times, there's people who are later found out to be innocent, and even if, let's say, 1 out of 1,000 are innocent, that's still one person that you are killing who is innocent, and that's one person too many for us to have the death penalty. And it's also much cheaper to just get rid of the death penalty. Let's see what else. She is for net neutrality and consumer privacy. So, these are things that I'm all in favor of. The only thing that I really disagree with when it comes to Kamala Harris's policies are her gun policies. I believe that, we have the right to defend ourselves. I think that, the history of our country warrants, me to want to own firearms more so than probably any other race in this country. You learn about our country's history and how, one of the reasons that I'm living in Ohio is because my mother's family was from Georgia, and a lot of them moved up to Ohio during the 1910s and the 20s, and they moved up here because it was like living under the Taliban down there, and up until maybe the 60s or 70s. I mean, that's pretty much what it was like living in the South. It was like living in Afghanistan, probably maybe even worse. So it's so for me to be able to protect myself and my loved ones, it's very important to me. So that's how I feel about guns, and I think that owning an AR-15, it puts me at an advantage over someone who might be trying to break in my house. I don't want it to be a fair fight if someone's breaking in my house. I want to have overwhelming odds against this person. If they have a Saturday night special, I want an AR-15. It's just that simple. So excuse me. So these are a lot of most of her policies I'm in favor of, but hey, at the end of the day, you'll never have a politician who agrees with you on 100% of everything. So, but another major topic that I have to say, or I believe that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will do a much better job, in towards managing or whatever, is the COVID-19 pandemic. I feel that our current presidential administration has done a very poor job in regards to having the federal government step in and utilize its resources to combat COVID-19. Trump basically, for the first couple months of the pandemic, was saying that, oh, it's nothing, it's just like a flu. He was playing it down, and you even see him trying to say that he's just like nonstop just making up facts. He's lying. He says outlandish stuff like we should inject disinfectant, or just today he said something along the lines of the Spanish flu was the reason that World War II ended. The Spanish flu happened in 1917 through I believe 1918, and World War II started like 20 something odd years later. So for him to get that mixed up, I mean, he's not a very bright thinker, but I don't know. I think that Biden has about a 95% chance of winning because of, Trump's horrendous response to this COVID pandemic. I mean, all the other, industrialized modern countries are doing wonderful when it comes to them managing this pandemic. But the United States, on the other hand, it's like we're like just so far off from like everyone else. Is crazy, and we have the resources, we have the money to combat this, but it's just Trump just doesn't care. I think that's what it really boils down to, and I hope that Joe Biden wins. He's not my first choice, but at the same time, I know he's a much better choice than what we have right now. So that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Please register to vote, and have a nice day. Peace.